Today's topic is how to shift your mentality for success. Stop procrastinating and just get to work so that you can better your life and become the best version of yourself. That was a long title, but we're going to get into this so that it all makes sense where I'm going. This video will be for those people that has a dream or a goal, but something is stopping you where you almost feel like it's not possible for you. Everything is possible for you. So I'm really excited. I wish that I had this video to watch and listen to on repeat about 6 months ago. So now I'm creating it for people that are also up and coming with me as well. I do have some notes, so don't mind me if I keep looking down, but let's just get straight into this. I think the very first mental shift that's important to have is just telling yourself that you want this and you want this now. Because a lot of times people kind of say, like, well, I want to be here in a year, I want to be here in 6 months. And although that's a good thing to kind of have a goal ending date, when you don't have a beginning date and you don't have a starting date, it allows you to procrastinate and lag on when you will start, and ultimately it just pushes your end date a little further. So it's easier to just start telling yourself, I want this now. Okay, I want to be an influencer today. Matter of fact, I am an influencer today. Number two is just creation over perfection. I feel like a lot of time as artists, it's really easy for us to be our biggest critic and tell ourselves that it's not perfect. We kind of find our own flaws. Like, I'm the type of person, like, I will record a video, and if I see that my edge control turn my edges white, I won't post the video. That sounds really stupid and it's messing with my back, so now I just don't really care. So you have to just understand that just creating and being in a creative space and allowing your talent to flow is more important on whether or not it's perfect. And also, in today's world, honestly, editing is possible. So if you are worried about what it'll look like, don't be as worried. Just make it and then see what you can do, because along the way you will fall in love with your own process. So just start creating. Create. I'm not saying quality over quantity. I'm not saying that creating something 20 times is better than creating something once that you love. I'm saying don't get too caught up on the external factors and the exterior of the product that you're producing, more so than just doing it and getting it out there for the world to gain traction. That kind of leads me into the next thing, which is let the posts grow, let them stack. So I know a lot of times it can be discouraging when you're just starting and you're only getting 200 views, which is happening to me on TikTok. When you only get 200 views, you're not getting the engagement that you want. It can be discouraging and it can make you believe that you're doing something wrong, or that the people just genuinely don't like what you're doing. But the mindset that you should have is that you are building a foundation. You're building something on your page so that when people come later, they can see that you actively do this, that you're actively contributing to the niche, that they could be part of your audience because they can relate and see something in your past work that makes them attracted to you. So even if you make 20 posts and none of them are really banging, just leave them there and let them stack, and you'll see that if that post has 200 likes this time, when you post a video next week, that post that has 200 will end up at 211, and then that'll end up at 230, and then maybe if you go viral, it'll end up at 2,000. But leave it there. Don't even look at the likes. Don't even look at them. Just ignore them. Post for yourself. And so a lot of times when I post not even for my followers. I'm not even posting for you. I'm posting for that casting director, that casting assistant that's going to come to my page in 6 months and say, oh, hey, here's the picture that we're looking for. This is her digital. This is her swimsuit shot. This is what her headshots. These are her portraits. This is her personality. So it's like, at this point, I'm not even really posting for my followers, although I genuinely love my followers and I want you guys to see good content that you enjoy from me. I kind of had to change my mindset as to not get discouraged, because I know that there is a business motive and there is a purpose beyond just people enjoying and liking. Lower your expectations to zero. Like, that's a TikTok sound, but lower your expectations to zero. Do not expect anyone to like, do not expect anyone to comment, do not expect anyone to share. Yes, it helps your content grow, but when you lower your expectations, when you see that engagement, it makes you happy. It makes you more excited to create, because you're getting the engagement and the reactions that you didn't expect. When you expect to get 10 comments and you only get one, you're a little bit let down, and next time that you post, you're thinking about that. So post and don't have any expectations, just post, just build your foundation. Okay, that is so crucial. Building your foundation is a lot more than other people seeing something in you. Building your foundation also helps you, because after a certain amount of time you can look back at your page and see how you just creating has led you to have a portfolio. It's led you to have something that is full. One of the biggest mental shifts that I had was I had to tell myself I'm not stopping this time. In the past, I would do content for about 2 weeks. I would go after my goal for maybe a month, and then I would stop. If I didn't see improvement, like we were just saying, I would stop. Or if I got burnt out, I would stop. But I have totally fueled myself and deluded myself into believing that I'm not stopping. I'm going all the way. I already have 100,000 subscribers right now. You have to tell yourself that you're already at your goal. You're creating on a level that is your highest level because you're already there. If you genuinely were at your goal, you wouldn't just stop, because you will ultimately mess up everything that you've done. So for me to be telling myself I already have 100,000 followers, I'm not stopping until I get a million. I'm not stopping until I get 10 million. I'm not stopping because I already have people that are following me. I have people that are waiting for me. I have people that I have a connection and a relationship with. So tell yourself you're not stopping. Next off, turn on the notifications. It just changes how you deliver and show up. So for me personally, I had to turn on my YouTube notifications. I had to turn on my YouTube studio notifications. I allow Pinterest to notify me. All of those apps and all of those things that are in alignment with what I want to become, that can send me reminders to be on track, I turn those notifications on. So whatever it is that you want to be, turn those notifications on and allow them to remind you throughout the day that you have work to do, that you have steps that you have to take. Now, if you don't want to be an influencer and you have your Instagram notifications on, that's distracting. I would turn it off. But if you do want to be an influencer and you have specific influencers that inspire you throughout the day, turn their post notifications on so that when they post, it can remind you, oh, hey, I want to be on the same level that she is. I'm not competing with her, but I want to be on the same level or higher because I can do great things. So turn your post notifications on so that when you receive his or her notifications, it pushes you to say, hey, I need to be on this. I need to be doing what they're doing. I need to get up. But also so that you can have that certain amount of influence every single day. You need to be inspired every single day. Not motivated. Motivation comes and goes. But it's good to be inspired, because when you're inspired, it pushes you to create. We're creatives, okay? Now, a key tip that's been very helpful to me in terms of notifications, a lot of us likes to keep our D&D on. I'm guilty. My D&D is on mostly the entire day. But do not disturb can be a crutch to you if you are trying to start a business, start influencing, start anything, because it's telling you mentally to back away from what it is that you need to be moving forward. So I suggest using D&D for peace of mind, for moments where you just kind of want to work in solidarity. But I do not recommend leaving your phone on D&D all day, because I think kind of from COVID, a lot of us are really sheltered. We just kind of want to be alone, and it's really time to break that shell and get back into the world. And if you're not allowing the world to have access to you, you're kind of not resetting your brain to be ready to get back into the world. And if you want to be an influencer, you have to be ready to engage at all times. You're kind of on call for your audience. So D&D is good if you want to work and have separate hours where you can definitely get your work done, or in the morning when you want to be peaceful, or at night. My D&D personally is from 5 a.m. to 10 a.m. and then at night from 8 p.m. to midnight. So I believe those hours are good for me because those are the hours that you cannot reach me. So set yourself time that you cannot be reached, but set a time for yourself where people can access you, because it's very important to build a mindset where you think people are reaching out to you. If there's nobody calling your phone right now for work, you ain't get no notifications, but that's what you want. You want to be busy. You want to be booked and busy. You kind of have to tell your mind that you're leaving space for that to happen. You're leaving room for that to happen. So even if the notifications right now are stupid, they're for games, they're for promotion emails, leave it on, because one day really soon it will be business emails, it will be brand deals, it will be people inviting you to shoot, people asking you to work. And again, this is all really in the context of what I do. But if you're following me, 9 times out of 10, you are interested in the same things that I am. So turn that D&D off during the daytime just so that you can have a mental switch that you're expecting opportunity. You're expecting people to come find you to give you work. But if you're a D&D girly like me, one of my biggest tips, and this is a winner, go into your settings and change your D&D home pages. So when you're on your regular phone, if you're scrolling, you might have 30 apps, and this allows you to get distracted. It doesn't keep you focused. But if you make your own home page specific to D&D when you're busy and you can't be bothered with the world and its nonsense, just like, this is mine. First of all, that's my vision board, okay? But yeah, so this is mine. You can literally see, like, I just have TikTok, I have Notes, I have Procreate, I have all of my editing apps, I have YouTube Studios, I have the things that I need to go on for work. I'm not going to be distracted by anything other than work. So it's really helpful to me because when I have this, I can come on here and it's an instant reminder of, okay, I have a goal. Okay, I want to become who I am made to. Alright, y'all, now I know it's some heat up in this video because my camera just shut off because it says internal heat. Please allow time to cool down. Whatever, I'm not sweating it. I'm gonna get right into the video, but that just means that this video got some heat for somebody that needs it. Subscribe, y'all, because they're trying to stop me from giving y'all the tea. I'm gonna move right on. Next up, make a contract, make a commitment, make yourself a promise. I literally made a contract for myself when I was about to start YouTube because I genuinely believe that when you spend the time to write it out and you sign it, you're more likely to commit to it. Just because, like, you know what it is that you want, you know what it is that you need to do. This is my contract. And y'all, it's 2 pages. It's not, this ain't no light work. This is a real contract. And I sign with my initials, my date, my name, all of that. And then underneath I put I will be free because I'm looking for financial freedom and just the ability to be myself ultimately. So make yourself a contract to change your mind, to change the mental shift. Everything that is stopping you, everything that, all of the excuses that you've been making, everything that's stopping you, put that in the contract. I will not allow ... to stop me. Seriously, take it seriously, because when you just say you're going to do something, you could probably do it, but most people will not. So get that out into the world. Write that down. Also, it's really cool because when you make it, you will make it. You have something to go back and look at and just see how you held yourself accountable. It's really all about accountability and being obedient to you and to what it is that you want to be. Next up, start daydreaming again, okay? I know when you're in a situation that you're not happy with, it's really hard to daydream because you're constantly thinking about what it is that you need to get done. It's kind of like, for example, if you want a steak at a restaurant but you can only afford the burger, you're just sitting there like, dang, I really wish I could eat a steak. I really want the steak. But you ain't even think about the tomahawk or the surf and turf. Think big. Daydream. Really get into what it is that you want for yourself. Like when I'm working out and I'm exercising and it starts to feel painful, I imagine myself getting out of an AMG Mercedes-Benz truck 2024 with flat abs, nice hips, long beautiful natural hair, and 30 shopping bags in the back seat. Diamonds on my fingers, everything. Like, I imagine myself in the best form and what it is that I want. Or something less materialistic, I imagine myself giving the people that I love trips. I want to be able to take them places. I want to be able to take everyone in the family on a cruise just because. So it doesn't have to be materialistic, but imagine what it is that you want. Daydream and allow yourself to see those things, because your imagination is very powerful. It's almost as powerful as your tongue, probably more actually, because you have to believe it and see it before it can become. So start imagining again those wild dreams that you used to have when you were 16, 12. Dream again. Next up, think about the what ifs. Not the, but what if? No, none of that. Think about the what ifs. What if I do make it? Then I'll be able to buy my mom this. What if I get invited to New York for New York Fashion Week? What if I become the brand ambassador for Louis Vuitton? What if Fenty That's more personal. What if Rihanna calls me and tells me she wants me to be a Fenty brand ambassador? Start thinking about the beautiful what ifs. Don't think about the but what if nobody likes my stuff? But what if I get bad comments? But what if the content isn't as good? But what if I don't have the equipment that I need? But what if I don't have the time? Don't think about that. Think about the good that can happen, okay? It's time to switch that mental shift. Switch those gears, okay? Because we're going up, not down, never down. The moment that you start doubting yourself is the moment that you've already lost. Next up is your identity. You have to identify as what it is that you want to be. You have to stop saying, I'm trying to be, I want to be, I'm thinking about being, I'm going to be. You have to start saying, I am. I am, I am, I am. I am a content creator. I have 100,000 YouTube subscribers. I have 10,000 Instagram followers. Think as you want to become. Okay, you have to change your identity and also start acting in a way that that identity connects with. So if you want to be a model, you have to start shaving your legs. You have to start tweezing your eyebrows. You have to start working on your posture. You have to start exercising. You have to start eating good. You have to start drinking water. You have to start practicing your skincare. You have to start taking digitals every time you change your hair. You have to start acting as it is that you want to become, because the moment that you change that mental shift of your identity is the moment that you start acting and executing on what it is that you want to do. If you want to become a model but you don't take pictures, that's not going to work for you. If you're not working on your poses, that's not going to work for you. You have to connect with what it is that you want to become, identify as that, find the behaviors that match up with that, and start to do that. Because sooner or later, you're going to stop saying, I want to become, and you'll just start saying, I am. And the more that you walk in it, the more that you will be it, the more that other people will believe it, and the more that you can attract what it is that you need to go where you want to go. Okay? That goes into delusion. Okay, I've been so big on delusion lately. I might make an entire video just on being delusive, completely delusive. I am insane in my head because it's not real. So the definition of delusion is believing in something even though the physical existence is not there as evidence. It's not there. You don't see it. So that's like saying I'm a millionaire, but I got $1 in my bank account and I can't even buy a Big Mac or a McDouble. I think McDoubles are like $1.50 now. But you believe you're a millionaire. So it's like you're going outside and you have a larger than life energy. You're putting on the clothes, you're putting on the smile, you're walking and carrying yourself as though you are that. You have to be delusional. You have to act as if you already have it, which I've said a lot and I'm going to keep saying because it is the key to going where you want to go. You can't think small, you have to think big, and you have to think like you've already been there, because it is only then when you will act in a way that will attract as if you were already there. Be delusional. It is okay to tell yourself that something that isn't really there is there if it will allow you to behave in a way that can push you closer to that goal. Every single time that you say you don't have time for it, you're basically saying that you don't want that for yourself, which I don't believe is true. If you want something, you have to make time for it. Put it in your calendar, stick to it, and do it. Show up and do it. You're going to spend the energy anyways. Don't expend your energy on wasteful things. Be purposeful with your time and be purposeful with your energy, and just show up every single day. If you have a time slot where you can put forth effort into who it is that you want to become, just fill in the blank and show up. Don't even give yourself an option. Hold yourself accountable and be obedient in this journey. Stop all distractions and just walk towards your goal. Before the day even starts, make your calendar for the next day. Make your calendar for the week. Make your calendar for the month. As the month goes on and things get added into your calendar, go back and add it so that you have your time organized and you can really show up and be purposeful with your time, because we all have an allotted amount of time. And y'all, I'm not gonna lie, as prices rise, I personally think that we should somehow have 25 hours in the day, because everything's costing more and the income and the minimum wage ain't going up. But so we somehow need to spend more time. Either way, time is tricky right now. Don't waste it. We all get 24 hours in a day. Whether you have to wake up at 6 a.m., you have to wake up at 4 a.m., you have to go to bed a couple hours earlier so that you can wake up, do that. Set apart a blocking time in your day, 15 minutes where you just sit down and you create, where you think, brainstorm, make ideas, really think about how you can elevate yourself. Because if you're not giving yourself time to do that, before you know it, time will pass and you won't have come to a place where you know what it is that you need to get done. One of the biggest parts of being an influencer is to strategize and really have a plan. You have to make time to create these plans. Sometimes I take the entire day off just to sit down and write and see what comes to me and make a plan and idealize what it is that I need to do. Make the time. Lastly, but not least, you are you. There is a deficit of you in the world, okay? We are missing you. We need to see you exist. There's people out there that are connected to your anointing. So the moment that you start shining, you will allow other people to shine. Whether you believe it or not, there is someone out there that is waiting for content that you are creating to inspire them. There are people that are assigned to your voice, that is assigned to your purpose and to your light. And you have to show up in the world and fill that space. You are the only person that can show up as you, and you are needed in this world or else you would not be here. So you have to be yourself unapologetically every single day when you show up in the world. Be yourself and do what needs to be done to fully become the best version of yourself. 10 years from now, there is a future version of yourself that is praying that today you do what needs to be done. So make that future version of yourself happy. You have to mentally think that it's already happened. In 10 years from now, you have already accomplished your goal, but that version of yourself is waiting for your current version to step up to the plate and become who it is that she needs to become, to show up in the world and fill that void. Okay, you can't be anybody else, and you shouldn't want to be anybody else. And quite frankly, other people shouldn't want to be you. We all are living on this floating rock as ourselves. We were born as ourselves, and we're going to die as ourselves. As harsh as that sounds. No matter what, you have to show up every single day as you. So do that to the best of your ability. Be the best that you can be every single day, every single thing that you do. Be the best that you can do, because how you do the little things is how you do the big things. How you practice is how you perform. So be you and be proud to be you. I would love to see you be authentically, unapologetically, and dramatically you. Have so much faith and belief in yourself and in who you are that you truly believe there's no possibility in stopping you. Run the race believing that you've already won. Get in those blocks, seeing yourself cross the finish line. It's all about your mentality. You can do it. Okay? Believe that there's power in your name. There's power in the tongue. Every single day, wake up and speak those affirmations. They don't even have to be robotic. I am healthy, I am wealthy, I am blessed. No, I am strong. I'm a strong, capable woman. I am going to become all that I want to become. I am a model. I am an actress. I am. Tell yourself every single day what you are and believe who you are. Believe in who you are. Okay? Don't put yourself in a box. Don't limit yourself. Don't do that. I am limitless. I am capable of all things. There's nothing that can stop me. The only person that is hurting me is me. That is a mental shift that I truly had to adopt and learn, that by not showing up in the world, I was hurting myself every single day. There's really no one in this world that can take away your life except for yourself. You make the decisions. You pull the strings. If something isn't happening and you're unhappy, you have to change your circumstances, change your environment, set yourself up for growth. Show up and show out in the world. Don't let anyone tell you that there's not space for you, because you are here. There is space for you. Okay? Think abundantly. No such thing as oversaturation. It doesn't matter. There's billions of people on YouTube, and you want me to believe that I can't have 100,000 of them? That's like swimming in a pond of coins and you telling me that I can't take home a dime. Yes, I can. It's not oversaturated and it's waiting for you. Start telling yourself that you're different. You bring something to the world that is needed, that is of value, and you have to do that. Don't allow yourself to psych yourself out anymore. Don't let fear keep you down anymore. Fear is the biggest enemy. Fear is the biggest weapon of the enemy, and he will hold you to it as long as possible. Because if he can keep you from becoming you, sounds like an easy game to him, but not to me and not to you. Don't be afraid of your own success. Don't be afraid of what you can do. Nature is our biggest teacher. God put so many beautiful things on the earth to show humans just how the circle of life goes and how everyone is affected by seasons and changes and phases of life. Take butterflies, for example. You may not be in a season of your life where you can perform and fly. You may be a caterpillar. You may be in your cocoon. You never know. But at the end of the day, we are all in different places, but you can ultimately reach that ending if you understand where you are and you can compare yourself to something as mundane as a butterfly. You can see that just because you're limited to a confined space right now, you can use that time to grow and change and become something much more beautiful. Think of roses that grow through concrete. It should be impossible, but yet they don't allow anything to limit them. They have the grit to grow. Okay? Flowers might be the best example that I can give you. Harvest your talents, harvest your gifts, and feed it. Give life to it, okay? Think of this new journey as having a baby. You are expecting, okay? I'm expecting, you're expecting, and ultimately at the end, you'll have a new life. Not like the new physical life, but like at the end of this, you'll have a new life. And that is what matters, is that you have the freedom to do the things that you want to do. So yeah. Harvest all your talents, harvest all your gifts, put forth everything that you can into the world and let it grow and water it. Okay? So you are going to win this thing. The world is yours. The dream that you want is yours. It's already in your hand. And 10 years from now, it's already happened. Maybe a year from now, it's already happened. But you have to get up and be you and show out and create and just love what it is that you are capable of. Don't want to be anybody else. Okay? I really enjoyed talking with you guys. And if you enjoyed this, please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. I love you guys. Until next time, keep your head up, keep your HEADUP, and ever GIVEUP. You got this. Bye.